Union Raza Podcast. Welcome to the Union Raza Podcast, episode number 5 with our special host all the way live from Las Vegas with our special guest in town, La Una in the house. Iram, can you take it from here?
There you go. ¿Qué onda, Racita? ¿Cómo estamos? Happy Friday. Welcome to the 5th episode of Union Raza Podcast. I'd like to introduce my co-host. I usually start here. He's never ready. So, Raciel, take it away.
Hey, what's up, carnal? What's up, Raza out there? Raciel over here from Union Raza, straight up in Vegas, chingándome una well-earned cervecita, so salucita, carnales. And Alec, how's it going? ¿Cómo estás, mijo?
Oh, salucita. You know,
Pura agüita. Water's life.
Here at the podcast, we have a very special guest with us. Give it to...
Introduce yourself, carnalito.
Marco Hernandez, gracias por la invitación. Thank you guys.
Marco Hernandez, bienvenido a Union Raza Podcast, carnal. Pues bienvenido, te conocemos ya de ratillo. Y pues, carnal, vamos a empezar contigo. Sácale las placas a mi compa.
Bueno, primero que nada, I just want to let you guys know he is representing Luna 872 here in Las Vegas. Marco Hernandez, what's your position there, carnal?
So I'm the vice president for the Laborers Union.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. If I'm correct, you're from Hidalgo.
Claro que sí.
Arriba Hidalgo, chingada madre. ¿Cómo no?
That's right.
You came here when you were 14 years old. Te viniste aquí con tus padres. ¿Tienes hermanos, hermanas también? ¿Se vinieron todos juntos?
Claro que sí. So llegué en 1995. That's when I came to the States.
1995.
Derechito de México aquí a Las Vegas. Tengo un carnal que vive aquí en Las Vegas. Es de carpintero, de la Unión de los Carpinteros. Y tengo 2 hermanas. Ellas hacen otro tipo de industria, ¿no? Pero son 2.
A los 14 años, ¿qué fue los cambios que viste de vida cuando estabas comparando a México, la escuela, el inglés, que es la dificultad que se te hizo algo muy difícil, o you kind of flowed with it pretty good?
No, shit. Todo, carnal. El
How
idioma.
was life?
English? Dude, el idioma, ¿no? I think every immigrant that comes to the States, it's a major, like, oh man, a change. Pero you go with the flow. I mean, you come in here, you go with it y aprender a sobrevivir, a entender.
I think especially at that age, when you're 14, 15 years old, it's easier to learn English than when you're late 20s, mid-20s, I think. Or what is your prescription on that?
I think it was the embarrassment. Just like anything in life. You know what I mean? Like, did I say it right? Did I pronounce it right? You know what I mean? And people are criticizing you about it. And you're like, pero llegó el momento que dije, you know what?
And if they bullied you, were te tirabas chingazos o los dejabas hacer? Or I know you were in Rancho, bro. That was a ghetto ass school, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, their football team's trash. But by the way,
one way. Oh, soccer.
Vegas High School, baby. Vegas. Shout out to Wildcats.
We actually knew that, bro. That you played football.
Anyways,
the funny part about that is 3 out of my 4 kids are graduating from Vegas.
Oh, chingón.
And I went to Rancho. Yeah. El último, he's 14. He's a freshman in high school at Las Vegas.
You realize you had to send him
to be honest with the both of you, Rancho and Vegas, they're both, para mí, they were both, I went to Shap, so ya éramos un poquito nivelito más arriba, compadre.
Yeah, sí, pero de cholos, cabrón, no más, güey. Nivel más arriba, pero de cholos. Right? No, but you mentioned something about, the whole embarrassment thing about speaking English. It's funny because my girl was like, I don't like to speak English because I don't want them to judge me. But I just think that's more mental than anything, honestly. You think they're judging you, but in reality, most aren't. You're doing the effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of go with it and like, se me entienden. Y si no, you go with it. I mean,
it is what it is. Yeah?
Sí, claro. Yeah. ¿Qué te voy a decir? Ya se me olvidó. Oh, okay. I forgot. Take it away. So, carnal, it's a new country, Las Vegas. You're in Rancho. I think you're playing football, soccer or fútbol americano.
Fútbol americano.
Fútbol americano. El fútbol no te gustó, no?
I've never been a soccer fan.
Never a soccer fan.
Todavía.
Juega México, yeah, I'll watch. But at the end of the day, I'll watch baseball. I'll do baseball. I'll do football.
Yeah, just not a fan.
Yeah.
So I had a really good conversation with your dad. I gave him a call and hey, Mark was going to be over here. He's going to be in the podcast. So You know, just I asked him a few questions. And one of the things he said that he was really proud of, well, he said a couple of things, but one of them, he says, dude, something I could tell you about Marco. When he got right out of high school, he already had 3 jobs. He said he was working on the restaurant industry. He was doing banquets, banquetes. He was also doing hojelateria for Ford or one of those companies. He had 3 jobs. He said, you know, right out of high school, bien chambeador mi morro. And also, he said, another thing that I'm proud of, man, is that he got his house at a very early age. He understood about investment. So, la neta, tu jefe me estaba hablando con un chingo de pride, ¿no? De bonito. Y luego le pregunto, so how did he ended up joining the union? Y fue cuando me dijo, let him tell you that. So, I'm going to ask you that question.
So, last week I heard about Pete, right? Your last guest that was on the show. And he
Pete Rodriguez, yeah.
Shout out, what's up, Pete?
From the Carpenters, right? And what did he tell you?
So funny story. So we were asking how he became a member of the union. He said his dad was part of LUNA in California.
He was a laborer, his dad.
He was a laborer, and he told him, "Hey, I want you to join union, help us out, whatever. I'm gonna help you out." He's like, "But I don't want you to join the laborers. Why? Because I don't know any carpenter that wants to become a laborer, but I know a lot of laborers that want to become carpenters. So I need you to go to the Carpenters." So what's your response to that? For one reason I'm asking, a shout out to Efren. Give me a second. Efren, his dad is actually a carpenter.
1977 retired.
1977 retired. And also...
And he also held a position over there. What was your dad's position?
Secretary of Treasury.
Secretary of Treasury. So he was up in the ranks as well.
So Pete, Marcos, in your situation, but flipped. Let's hear it, brother.
Exactamente. So my situation was a little bit different. I was supposed to go sign up at the Carpenters Union, and I'm sitting there, and I just looked at the application, and I go, I can't see myself as a carpenter. I'm more of a physical work.
So, ¿qué estás diciendo? Como que no tienen huevos acá.
No. Sino, a mí ponme a, let's clean up this area. Let's break the walls. Let's do the
damage control.
Yeah. The
demolition.
The labor side of it. You know what I mean? And that's how I got up, I looked at the guy, and I said, I don't think I could do this. I said, I'm going to go next door to join the laborers union. And that's what I did.
So it wasn't like to piss your dad off or something?
No, not at all. So I go next door. The person that is giving me the chance to join the union, he goes, you know how much shit I'm going to get from your dad? I better call him up. So he called him up on the spot, and then called him up, and goes, Efren, hey, your son wants to join the union. He goes, hey, he's old enough to make his own decisions. So that was in 2001. That was it. That was
never
how
back.
I became a labor. Yeah.
You never looked back?
Nope.
So during that time, I know right now, we got Tommy White. We got a couple of other people. Who was in the administration during that time? Do you remember?
Yeah. So his name was Tony Valdez.
Okay. I know Tony from the boxing.
From the boxing,
yeah.
from Center
He's
Boxing.
A coach,
Yep. And that's how I just knock on the door. Hey, I want to talk to him. And that's what he said to me. You know how much shit I'm going to get from that? So he better give me his number and call him up. But that's what happened. You know what I mean?
That's pretty funny. So, what made you decide to actually go into the administration side of Leon? I know you were.
Yeah, I heard that. How do you go from the field to like tumbando paredes, haciendo desmadre,
and not just into the story, to someone that wants to do that,
right.
That is part of the union. It's good to know,
So what happens is, so they were giving out a class. It was called the organizing class. So I walked in, paid some dues, and his name was Gino Guajardo. And he goes, hey, Papa, what are you doing here? I'm just paying some dues. And he goes, get your ass in that class. I was like, what class are you talking about? So it was an organizing class, and it was a 10-day class at the time, back in 2001. So I walked in, everybody's sitting down, and introduction time. Oh, well, I'm an organizer from this local out of the whole United States and Canada, and everybody has a title, and they come to me, and I'm like, shit. Well, I'm just a laborer out of this local 872, glad to be here, blah, blah, blah. And that was it. I took the class. We organized for 10 days. And after the 10 days, I went up to Tommy, my boss. I said, hey, Tommy, here's the keys. Thank you for the opportunity. And he goes, what? You don't want the job? And I was like, oh shit, I got the job. So that was it. That's how it started. in 2001.
So they
2001,
just,
okay,
get
shit.
your ass in that
24
room,
years.
learn something.
Pretty much. I mean, during the class, there was a couple things like the teachers that were talking about how they do it in the East Coast and this and that. And I was like, that doesn't work here in Vegas. And they were like, well, you seem to know a lot. You know, how long you've been organizing? And I was like, well, I was pretty much 16 years old when I started helping my dad in the whole union world. And that's how I got to know about issues in the community and stuff like that.
But Marco, I know that organizing and when you're in the local, and I see you when I go over there and I take some of the stuff that you guys order, and thanks for the support. Truly humbled and honored. And I see you, how you talk to the Raza, how you say, hey, vengan para acá, you translate, you're trying to help them. This is what you need. This is, come and bring me this. I see it. Does the people in the field see what you guys do there? Do they, when you go there, or they just see you with, maybe con la troca, maybe a lo mejor más aplanchadito? Do they, are you able to see, hey, bro, esto es lo que estamos haciendo, to get more jobs, to get those contracts, to get you guys, get the boots in the ground? A veces siento, and it might be me, that a veces no le dan el respeto, that lo miran como maybe, pues, tan ahí en la oficina bien calmaditos y no pasa nada, and I know not all of them, but I do see that.
Right. No, pues mira, behind the scenes is a whole different animal. When we did the stadium, right? What it took to get the stadium to Las Vegas, we pretty much took the lead. Tommy, my business manager, he took the lead on how to get a new project here in Las Vegas, right? And when we needed it the most. So we drove up to Carson City. You remember the banners that you made? And
I remember that we did a lot of promotion for you guys, yeah.
And that's what it took. You know what I mean? We needed those jobs. I mean, we're talking about the Raiders, and when people didn't believe on what that project was going to bring to Las Vegas, now they see the future, right? Now we have the A's coming up. We're talking about it yesterday. We had about another 120 of our members showing up to one of those meetings, the commissioners meeting for the stadium board meeting. Mm-hmm. And now they see the situation of, this is why you guys are doing this. This is why we called you guys to show up. Because at the end of the day, once we get that project going, which is happening right now, it's what else is going to come after the stadium? What else is going to get built around that, that stadium?
So what do you think is coming next?
More projects around that stadium.
I'm talking sports-wise. What do you think?
Either soccer, MLS, or NBA.
You think it was one of those two?
That's coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew that hockey was going to make it?
Yeah, dude, it was a hit.
They won their first year, no?
Yeah.
Was it the first year that they won?
I think so. Year. They took the whole cup.
Yeah, there's the Stanley Cup.
I think it was the second year. I think the first year they took the western side of it or whatever. You know how there's two conferences, and then the second one they took the whole thing.
I think so.
We don't know hockey.
Yeah,
like soccer, but
I think, but I haven't actually seen the game. You already went to the game, no?
Yeah, the games are really cool.
Yeah.
I liked the hockey game and the environment that they built more than the Raiders game. I think it's since the field itself, the hockey field is smaller, they could build more noise, get more people engaged. Yeah, más desmadre. And then the Raiders game, it's fun to watch. I'm not a Raiders fan, but comparing those two, I like the experience of the hockey game.
I mean, in reality, what sport do we really follow? Not many. You were at a baseball game, you had tons of fun. He went to watch the Dodgers versus Padres, but I was like, name two Dodgers. He's like, Ohtani?
I don't know.
Which is fine, but he had a blast. You know what I mean? And it's about being there. So I am excited for the next team, and I'll go visit the A's, and I'll go watch a game, and hopefully they'll throw some business my way. Shout out to you guys. Hey. And so I am very excited for the stadium. And I do think it's going to bring a lot of money to Las Vegas and everything. Yeah.
Talking about baseball, I know you're a coach. You're a coach for Little League, and then I think high school. Yeah. I know that with your kids, you're very involved. You've invited us to be a couple of years of sponsorships. Tell me about coaching and being there on the sidelines, and how's that experience?
I'll tell you what, though. When I came to Vegas, there was nothing else for us to do after school, and I mean, I grew up in North Las Vegas, right? Like me in Belmont. And when you look around, like what can I do to make these kids have something else to do in life? And that started with my daughter and my son wanted to play baseball. And
so you didn't push it on them; it was up to them.
No, it was kind of like, all right, let's get them signed up for some sport,
some kind of sport.
All right, soccer, because they like soccer. I mean, my daughter did soccer, but she wasn't into it. And then we got into baseball, and that was it. Just to be out there helping out, and I can't help myself. You know what I mean? It's more like, all right, let's go ahead and do it again.
Es pasión más que nada.
So when you started actually like coaching or
So my first year that I started coaching, we get to the field, and there was his name is Alex, a good friend of mine. He goes he's military, so we're kind of like right next to each other talking about it. So the main guy from the league, he comes in and he goes, "Hey, this team doesn't have a coach. So whoever wants to, step up and be a coach, go for it." So I looked over at him and he goes, "Oh, I'll do it." And I was like, you know what? Huevos, like, orale, like, and I was like, you know what, Alex? I'll give you a hand. And that's how we started. Next thing you know, I mean, it's got to be like over 12 years that I've been coaching.
Oh, qué chingón.
But it's cool. It's a cool. I'll tell you a story though, and it kind of tells you how you're getting old, because there's a kid signing up at the union, and then he turned around and he goes, "Is that Coach Marco?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm getting old, dude."
You're good
yeah. And he joined the union. He was one of my kids in the team. His dad is one of the operators for Las Vegas Paving. So it's kind of like, even though you saw him as a kid, and now you see him as a construction worker. You know what I mean? In the industry.
Hey, Rob, you want something to say or shout outs out there?
Yeah, just jumping in with some shout outs real quick. We got Art Chavez on the live saying, "Greetings, fam," and Ishmael Caro 001, powerful conversation and great union stories. And of course, the one and only Pete Carpentero 2016 _ Este gallo es chingón. He comes from a good pedigree. I know that we're talking about you really trying your best for your family, and they asked me to bring up a topic for you, Marco, about politics and service. I know that you went all in on running for commissioner, and it turned into one of the tightest races of that year, losing by only about 300 votes. I know that's got to be tough, but also very powerful, and I wanted to know, with that journey, what did it teach you about politics and leadership and about yourself, and do you feel like that fire to run again is still in you, or did you close that chapter?
So there was a couple of things that happened during that election. There was a couple of individuals, right, in this town that I was excited, to announce, like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna do this," I'm
gonna run, yeah.
And one of them told me, "Don't do it." And I just looked at him and I said, "I don't think you understand. I'm letting you know what I'm gonna do. I'm not asking for permission."
Right.
Really?
And I was like,
"Muy chingón."
Dije, like, te estoy platicando, you know what I mean? Like, I want your support, but you throwing this curveball on me. I was like, ¿sabes qué? I'll take you on that. You know what I mean? I was like,
so that inspired you more to go.
Hell yeah, because like I said, I've been doing campaigns since I was 16 years old with my dad, and for somebody to tell me don't do it because you don't have the name recognition. This individual has been in politics forever, this and that, and I was like, yeah, that's the whole point.
You don't stand a chance, and here you are in the closest race of that. He was actually the closest race of all of them. I think it was under 300 votes.
It was out of 12,000 votes. It was like 183.
What? It's not even that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is not even a 1%.
That's how I remember when he told me, dude. I think I'm gonna get a recount. I mean, I don't know when he came in. Yeah,
I called in for a recall. Yeah.
What'd you learn from that, bro? What was the lesson on that? Something that close, because the good and the bad. I mean, I know it might feel like shit. I was that close, but at the same time, it's like, look what I did.
Yeah. So what I learned in that election, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be straight up. You get to meet a lot of new people. You get to hear a lot of the issues in the community. But you realize people are not ready to get out and vote. Be the voice, get to be out there. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah, they'll say, yeah, I'm gonna vote, but they never showed up. Mm-hmm. And look at the situation we're in right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Straight up.
So don't complain. Do something about it. You know what I mean? Do something about it.
Exactly.
And the second time, I did a little bit of a different strategy because I was like, okay, so I'm a union elected position. What I get is men and women and all the races, right? Latino, black, white, you name it, right? Asian, you name it. And I was like, you know what? I get elected by nonpartisan, pretty much everybody. So I switched my party to nonpartisan, and I was trying to get everybody to be represented, but people are not ready for the change.
No, man. It's when you're not. You don't have. To me, the way I see it is, if you don't carry a flag, people are not. They want to see that flag, or they want to see that color, red, blue. But I think you're right. I think that it needs to change. Somebody to represent, like, both parties got a bunch of fucking problems. How do we fix this? I got my own mind and my own state without. I get it. I
and to be honest, is it something that is still in the back of my head? Maybe you know what I mean? But at this point, it's more like, you know what? Let me enjoy life. Go to work every day, do what I do, and we'll see what happens.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
44. I'll be 45 next month. Todavía tengo tiempo.
No, sí es lo que te iba a decir.
No estás morro.
Está joven. Yo pensé, te ves bien madreado, güey. No, so, I mean, you still see yourself with the union and working with the union in 10, 15 years todavía, or you see yourself on a beach somewhere?
Oh, no, dude. I mean, one day at a time, to be honest.
You're not there yet.
I've been with the union 24 years, and lo que falta, you know what I mean? And
how much longer you got for retirement when you actually qualify for that full ride?
Probably like 60. So I still got a long way to go. Maybe a little bit less, pero...
Es que yo creo que sí cambió porque, as you know, my dad, he retired from 1972. I mean, 872, perdón. And he retired at 52. I think.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's different because my dad was actually in the field getting those credits. So I don't know what that administration, if that's different, or how does that work?
It changes. It goes by the year.
Okay.
When you came in. And
do you still get credits like when you're working on the field, or is it a little bit different?
No.
Yeah, you still get the full year
Everybody
credit.
that is a laborer, they get their credits.
Yeah.
I was told that you actually get double retirement, one from being on the field, and another one from the administration point of it, or am I wrong?
No, it just applies as a pension from the union.
As a pension.
Just a different pension. Yeah. But yeah, don't retire at 52. My dad didn't know what the hell to do with himself, dude.
Todavía se levanta a las 5 de la mañana, güey. Dude, no bullshit. He got retired, and for some reason, I was like, this is my dad, bro. Like, we would, like, stay there for a weekend because we stayed late. 5 in the morning, he was banging on my fucking wall to wake up because ya salió el pinche gallo. And I'm like, Dad, you're retired. Well, why are you waking me up, dude? It's fucking Sunday. Until this day, bro. That's
gonna be me.
Shout out to our dad.
No quería estar despierto solo el cabrón. Puras fallas, se le acabó la... No quiero decir que es, pero...
Hablé de mi jefe, me puse nervioso, güey.
How's your dad taking retirement, man? Speaking of...
¿Sabes qué? I see him that he's enjoying...
I got more shout-outs too when we're ready.
Go ahead.
I see him that he's enjoying his retirement, to be honest. And I'm glad he did it because you never know. You know what I mean? It's about the timing. Whenever you're ready, you're ready.
Pretty much, yeah. And, shout out to anybody out there that, that isn't part of the union, that is checking us out. Most of you guys are. Get a union. You're going to hit pension for the rest of your life. Good benefits. Take advantage of it, man. Alec, you have any questions for Marco?
More so, like when you were younger, I'm 24 years old. Where were you as a 24-year-old Marco Hernandez?
So let's say that was 20 years ago.
¿Estabas casado?
Oof. Yeah, estaba casado. Yeah. Man, I was already full going into the union, the whole, you know what I mean? Like Raza was talking about it, like I was able to buy my first house at 21.
Damn.
Él también.
Yeah. It's a whole different animal. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, you know what? Do I want to spend money on rent or should I buy my house? I was like, and it was a big commitment, but at the same time, it teaches you a lesson. Like, how many can be in this position to do it? You know what I mean? 24, man, I was already into the union. I was already a field agent, checking jobs, enjoying, my kids. I was already full blast at 21 already.
You were on it.
Yeah.
So what did that drive like come from you, or was it instilled in you? Like, hey, you got to get more.
Yeah.
We gotta get more.
So let me back up a little bit. So I'm gonna tell you guys something that during my summers, right? So most people think that their summers they're gonna enjoy, slip in and I'm not gonna do anything. Well, my summers during the high school when I came to the States, they were at the picket lines with my dad.
Órale.
So at 4 o'clock in the morning, he was like, all right, let's go. So that was my summers for me. And I never understood why. You know what I mean? Like, man, I could be hanging out. I could be at the house. I could be slipping in. And I remember there was no iPhones. There was no
social media.
There was no social media. There was a newspaper. And while they were having meetings with the workers about the union rights and this and that, I would sit in the back trying to read some newspapers and stuff like that. But I would listen to what they were talking about. I probably hated my summers because I didn't have fun. But at the same time, I was listening and learning about what was going on with the union world.
You were surrounded with a bunch of 30 and 40-year-olds and 50 years old. And that makes sense, though. That's the reason you buy your house at a young age. That's the reason you're at where you're at.
But we don't think about it like that. Because
now you do.
I said that, what is it that you're talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people are focused on their other stuff. But if you really think about growing up with your tío, your dad, the business, running the business, doing what you guys do, with Artkore and Union Raza, this is where you guys are going. You know what I mean? So keep it up, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You said you had some shout-outs, brother? Thank you, Marco.
Yes, sir. We got some shout outs right here going over to the IG Live. Rigoberto Islas, Union Local 300.
Hello.
Ivan Vasquez 90. Saludos desde Chicago, Local 705.
Órale.
All right. Victor Barajas 355, Local 36 Roofers and Waterproofers. And greetings from Boston, Jay the Apprentice. And let's see, que vivan los uniones, puro 357 Vegas. Okay. And then Luke the Lion, sup, my people. Throwing it back to you.
What's up, guys? What's up? Saludos a todos los que nos están viendo. Ya saben, la cita. Oh, gosh, I had a couple questions.
I got one. Ya que te quedas así. One of the main questions now that we spoke about Union Raza, they always ask us, how do I become union? What do I have to do? Where do I apply? Sometimes they've been asking us, do you need like a godfather? Ahí está mi ahijado. Sponsorship, I even hear about.
Llévate a mi hijo.
And I know that every local, every union is different. Cada quien tiene su propio contrato, their own way, their own apprenticeship program. Can you give us a little bit of that? Because that's probably the main question they always ask us.
Yeah. So, for example, with our union, I'm just going to throw my union, right? The laborers union. So we have our apprenticeship, 1750 Sahara. So you go up, you call them up, you could find out when they're going to give out an application, turn it in. For our apprenticeship, you need a high school diploma or GED, birth certificate, ID. Fill up the application, turn it in, and wait for the process, right? If you have the experience, then, there's a little bit different process, which you got to come up to our office, and then we'll give you the details. All right, so obviously experience, because a contractor doesn't want to have somebody that doesn't have the experience as a,
Claro.
why am I going to pay you $30+ an hour?
That's a lot of money.
With
you're
no
not going to perform,
So that's the two different processes, you know what I mean? Every union has a different way. I've seen some of the other locals here locally from the carpenters, the electricians, plumbers, roofers. They have apprenticeship application process too. So everybody is different. It's just the process of get out there. You know what I mean? Don't be shy about it. Just make the phone call, get out there, and make it happen. Because at the end of the day, the only person who's going to make the change is you.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else.
So I have a question about that. So can somebody, let's say Alec goes into a construction website and then they want to hire him. Can that happen? And then so he's non-union, he gets hired, then they said, hey, you need to get your union card, or they have to get people that are from the union directly?
So there's
That's a good question, bro.
That's the sponsorship, right? That's the sponsorship that Raciel was talking about.
Okay.
Obviously, there's people out there that probably don't know about the union, but when they go and knock on a big company, the company has something about that person. You know what I mean? The experience, the liability of running equipment or whatever it is. And they're going to go, you know what? I'm going to give you the sponsorship. So that do happens a lot. Though.
Okay.
Alec, you got anything? We'll come back to you, carnal. Carnal. I'm going to talk about somebody that en mi corazón vive. And, dude, this vato, like, opened a lot of doors for me. You know that?
Yeah.
He was a brother of yours, a brother of mine, a family. And he was the one that said, hey, carnal, you gotta get that union bug. And wherever he's at, que Dios me lo bendiga. I want to talk about mental health.
Yes, sir.
What is Luna doing? And what is Luna doing for mental health, asking for help? I know that we even talked about projects doing it together. Tell me something para que no pase. O si podemos. One time you told me, si podemos salvar a uno, Raciel. I remember that. Yeah. Like, just with one, bro, va a valer la pena.
Yeah. El salvarle la vida a alguien no tiene precio, to be honest. You know what I mean? I know it's a touchy subject. We do have our program every second Wednesday at our local. Anybody could come in. The doors are open for anybody. It's on the 1750 Sahara, our training center. And pretty much you don't have to talk about it. You just show up and you can listen. And whenever you're ready to talk about it, we have a doctor that comes in and this other guy, two individuals that put it together. His name is Will Perez. He's our patient advocate. And Dan Pachula, one of our retired field agents, right? And it's pretty much mental conversations about whatever it is. Whatever it's bugging you, talk about it. Because at the end
like
of the
we're
day,
here for you, and you could reach out. Like,
yeah. And there's a bunch of people, groups like that through the other unions that put it together. And to be honest, sometimes it could be a phone call.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be a phone call or a conversation. Hey, how you feeling?
¿Cómo estás?
You know, ¿cómo andas?
Yeah.
¿Qué traes? You know, and
what's it so hard about the field? Do you think that you need that is it the pressure? Is it the hard work? Is it the heat? Is it all of the above?
I think it's everything.
Everything?
Plus, right? Somos machistas, right? Latinos, and no, I don't want to talk about it, right?
Hard as well.
You know, I don't want to talk about it. You know,
Muy chingón.
But to be honest, it's a touchy subject that people need to be open about it.
Be aware, yeah.
Está raro.
No,
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think we could do more.
Yeah. I do think so, and I think it's not just mental health, but I think it's also addiction. There's especially a lot in the fields. There's a lot of people with different addictions, let it be drugs or alcohol. I mean, if they can get the help that they need, hey, more power to them. And
that's the reason that SMBTU is doing the recovery nights, man. I thought that was fucking badass. Shout out to SMBTU. Shout out to Vince doing recovery night, man. And a lot of people showed up, a lot of support. So that was badass. Yeah, we need more like that. So shout out to that.
And I think it's more like the stories that you get to hear about individuals that they've been out there. They make the change, and now they're successful individuals in the community.
Y como dice, el primer paso es aceptar que tienes un problema. What's up, Rob?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I played sports and I grew up in the union family. I think a lot has to be said about not wanting to let your brother down. It's just like in sports, you keep fighting through the injury because you got the game and you got your people that are relying on you. And even though the job may be paid for, you still don't want to let your team down.
Good point of view, yeah.
You keep going, the heat, the hard work, you keep pushing, because my brothers are out there doing the same thing. And then I got some more shout-outs. I got Paola Pantenco, Yo Soy de La Una, Loco 79.
Órale.
Right on.
Loco 79, where are they at?
That's New York City.
Órale, hasta allá. Saludos
Coast
hasta
to
New
coast.
York.
Yep.
Heck yeah. All right, we're going to talk about what happened this past week, which is the convention, the 43rd convention of the Carpinteros.
The UBC.
The UBC. It was such a cool experience. Wow. Honestly, everything,
The speech from the general.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember his name?
McRaven?
Yeah, he gave an amazing speech.
You know who that guy is?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was there. Yeah, they actually had him. They had him as a guest speaker.
What was you gonna say?
That he gave an amazing speech. It was very inspiring, and I guess the lessons that he was saying, hey, don't give up even when life is down. He gave real world examples of stuff that he's seen, and that's really amazing. People have gone through this, and it's either gonna get better or you can do it.
No, it was crazy. I mean, the dude's an Navy SEAL, and like Raziel said, I think that he's probably the guy who's held the two most important missions in the United States. Take out Osama bin Laden and take out Saddam Hussein. And he was literally the head of those missions. So you've heard of the guy. So you know a little bit of the story. Yeah, dude,
when I was playing the Little League in last season, one of those guys from the Navy SEALs is out of Boulder City.
Okay.
And I didn't know. So one of our laborers, his name is he goes by Pee Wee. He goes
shout out to Pee Wee.
Pee Wee from Boulder City. He actually had the uniform with the camo.
Okay.
Like Army, Navy, whatever it is. And he told me the whole story, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was like, you got to talk about this. That's it. Nobody knows. You know what I mean? Or maybe a lot of people know, but the average people, we don't know. You know what I mean?
All right. What's up, bro?
Speaking about that convention, I know you guys got some cool footage, when you were there about some AI dog. Let's show that.
Oh,
real
yeah,
quick,
that was
bro.
pretty cool.
The
Actually,
robotic dog.
Alec actually took this. You want to tell us what's up, Alec?
So that freaky robot, it takes measurements about the buildings, and then they pass it on to the architects, and they could make up all their sketches and give very, very accurate measurements of everything around. But just watching it move is weird. The way it's very unnatural. It freaked me out. It really did.
Yo sí lo quería acariciar el cabrón.
It's like a bug.
Good to go fetch.
It was charging at first, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll bring it around. And then it started coming at me, and I kind of want to just a little kick. It's creepy.
Yeah, so apparently, like he said, it literally takes scans and measurements of the whole area. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it'll do a 3D mock-up.
Like LiDAR or something?
It'll do like a 3D mock-up of the building that it's scanning. It's really, really cool.
Actually, I talked to the guy. He's like, "Hey, man, are you willing to wrap it?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'll take it on. Give me some time. I'm not gonna fucking feed it. I'm not gonna clean shit." So I'm like, "Bring it on." But he was pretty cool. Yeah,
he did mention he's like,
then he said it's worth about $200,000. And he said, if I fucking break it, I'm gonna have to sign the fucking waiver or something.
He did mention this. He did mention that about the going back about to the convention. It was really, really cool. They had over 3,000 carpinteros there from the whole United States and Canada. They had the guest speaker, great speech, and it's just the unity. And I mean, you see it in all the unions, just the unity that they have, and it just makes you proud to be part of something, And bro, the money they spent has got to be ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, they do a lot, man. And shout out to them. Thank you for the invite. I went there one day. You went there a couple of days. So and they. La neta, nos dieron hasta de comer, and we were places that we weren't even maybe allowed, but este vato como...
No nos tenían que dar de comer, pero pues conocemos gente. Sí, quisimos entrar, güey, dice el vato, no guests. Y dice, pásenle, vénganse. All right, let's go.
Take advantage.
Does Luna do something like that every 5 years too, every 3, the national? Or how does your convention work?
Yeah, we pretty much have the same kind of setup. Yeah, I think it's in 2020... 6, 7.
It's national in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Canada and okay.
Yeah, and you're talking about every local out of from California all the way to Boston, Maine, all the way to Florida, all the way to Alaska, and then the province of Canada. So it's pretty cool though.
The crazy thing is all the main shot callers, your delegates, your todo, like what the hell's going on in the States? Nobody's making decisions at this time. Everything just holds.
Yeah. It's pretty cool though.
It is badass.
Do they do it here in Vegas or switch it every year?
No. It's been happening in Vegas forever. It kind of sucks for us that we're local. You know what I mean? We don't get to travel, but that's not the point. The point is we still got to handle business here and then.
down there, yeah.
So you got the double hat.
Yeah.
Es algo que me dio me sorprendió mucho en el está haciendo Humberto allá atrás, que they did a documentary de los Carpinteros y el presidente McCarran, who's been a president apparently since 1995. And he just got reelected. And that when he got elected, they were saying that, hey, these guys work with you. And it's like, who are they? Oh, they're your bodyguards. Why? They're going to try to kill you. Like that. I was like, God damn, that's crazy.
Well, when Pete came in, he came with a bodyguard.
Yeah.
He came with a bodyguard. I was like, yeah. He's like, why? He's like, well, back in the day, we had some shit. Who knows, bro? A lo mejor están allá afuera.
Pero sí me sacó de onda. 1995, and they're like, yeah, dude, you need bodyguards. They might try to kill you. It's like, dude, that's crazy. This is a union leader, you know? But then you go back to the Teamsters back in the day. ¿Dónde está el cuerpo de este vato? Yeah.
Where's Jimmy Hoffa?
Yeah. So...
That way
crazy.
you learn.
So it's crazy. So again, tell us a little bit about the Ace. What's going on with the construction? I know you guys had the thing. When do they expect it to open? Do you know?
So, as a matter of fact, we're talking about 2028, right? That's just gonna be amazing, to be honest.
The stadium itself, or the?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna become an Ace fan?
We'll keep it going. We'll see when it opens.
I know you didn't become a Raiders fan, so maybe this one.
I mean, we gotta support our teams, right? But
agreed.
It's gonna be difficult, to be honest.
You're Philly, no? Or who's your team?
So I coached so many years with the Phillies, the A's, Dodgers.
Okay.
Shout out to the Dodgers, bro.
Yeah.
Dodger fan? Órale. I could live with that.
Yeah, and it's funny because they do ask, "Are you guys Raider fans?" I support my teams.
Yeah,
you got to. You have to. They're here
That's
in
a
Vegas.
smart answer.
Yeah, you support my teams. Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Speaking of the Raiders, bro, they suck, bro. It's like,
Oh, show this shit, bro. Show this about the Raiders. This is funny as hell,
I thought it was
bro.
pretty funny. Yeah. Hopefully they get something done.
Boom, bum, bum, bum.
All right, we'll give him a couple.
Ahí viene 2 segundos, 3 segundos del TikTok.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, perrón. Vamos a empezar de nuevo, but yeah, unfortunately, hopefully they do something. Problemas técnicos, Rob.
So that guy is saying they suck. They suck. What else is he saying?
So why is he so heated?
He's a fan. No, unfortunately, this is, let's be honest, the Raiders haven't.
Isn't that Bill Romanowski too?
Yeah.
I think so, right? Wasn't he a linebacker for the Raiders?
Yeah, I want to say that back.
He said the Raiders suck, the coaches suck, the players suck, everything fucking sucks. That's basically what he said.
you know,
we're coming to the preseason. It's like, how can we not suck?
And this is the problem that I see.
Literally.
Dude, how much money does this organization have that they can't get good players in? Are they giving the young guys a shot? I don't know.
Hey, shout out to Humberto for being their main number one photographer.
Funny story, I'll tell you later. But yeah, no, hopefully, apparently they have a new coach, so hopefully we do something good. Pero pues, where's that derived from the Raiders from the 80s,
Yeah.
Or even 2001 when they went to the finals. Like, where are they at now?
You got a good coach, Pete Carroll from the Seahawks. He likes to bring the young players, fast-paced game on. So we'll see.
Okay, but when does the preseason? Preseason's already started, or
I think they played yesterday.
ya empezó?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if they ever make it to the Super Bowl. I'll buy the ticket.
You know what's
Well,
funny?
actually, no. The company will buy the ticket. Let me rephrase that.
I always see posts on TikTok and social media like Raiders are doing great in the preseason. Valen madre.
Typical.
Yeah, unfortunately, another topic that we're going to bring up, Alex going to bring it up. Look at it right up there, bro, since you haven't really talked much, Carnalito. The bottom one.
So there hasn't been that many people in Vegas. I've seen videos even on like YouTube from multiple creators saying that kind of Vegas is becoming the next ghost town. I've seen that it's down 11%. Are tourists like scared of coming here, or what's really the economy? What's
your opinion?
What's your opinion
My
on that's
opinion.
happening to Vegas?
So ahí te va.
And how's that going to affect union work?
That también, yeah.
Well, ahí te va. Obviously, the more people come to Vegas, the more we're gonna get to spend money.
The
right?
better we're off, yeah.
Pero let's be honest. If you go to downtown, I think people still travel, but they're scared to spend the money. But when you go to downtown, it's packed.
Yes.
Yeah, they might be scared to spend money on the strip. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else. But they go to downtown and it's crazy packed.
So you think there's like some corporate greed there on these bigger resorts?
I mean, do you want to spend money on the groceries or do you want to spend money on
The
traffic?
park,
You know what I mean?
Just on the parking.
On the parking.
$35.
But I think I don't see it, to be honest. I don't see it like that, to be honest. Obviously, it helps us out because we still, in this town, we work 24/7 pretty much. There's always remodels. There's always construction going on because at the end of the day, Vegas has to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll take that. Well, we're not too busy. Let's rebuild. More restaurants or get rid of this restaurant. Add it on. They were talking about Caesar Palace, right? How much money they were going to spend on renovations. Now they're going to get rid of one of the nightclubs on the front end and rebuild it. I mean,
Just always evolving.
there's always.
Is there any new resorts coming up like that we don't know of that might be a little bit of a secret or something like that?
I think, I mean, most people are curious about the whole Bright Line, right? I think it'll be at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Next year. I think that's between the Bright Line, the stadium, the Hard Rock, the tower going on. I mean, you got other projects going on, I mean, how many people here in Vegas hate the traffic, right? But it's construction.
Bro, I got to talk to you about traffic in Luna, bro.
That's our 872 members.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
all 872 right there. Shout out to you guys. If y'all don't know, if you know now, the official flower of the state of Nevada is that stupid traffic cone, bro. Shout out to Luna and 872. That'll see
And that's why I brought the orange.
3 miles of cones. Now I'm venting now. 3 miles of cones. Ni un cabrón trabajando, güey. ¿Qué pedo, güey?
Hey, trabajan de noche.
Quiten esos putos conos.
We get this shit done.
No mames, güey.
Then the mechanics are going to be in favor, right? Because the chinga la suspensión, they're going to have more jobs.
Rob, before we wrap up, any other shout outs, anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, actually, I got an interesting comment right here from Marco. And let me see. Let me go back. Oh, shout out to Ayatsi in the house on the comments. Ayatsi. Let's see. There's someone on here named Edgar. I'm going to read this verbatim. I've talked to him one time about joining the labor union in Vegas, but everything is slow. Are you guys still looking for guys? I'm 22. Been a labor worker for 2 years. Are you guys still looking for people?
So swing by the office, Edgar. I mean, like I said, it all depends on the experience, the qualifications. Obviously, we do from hot carrier, demolition, abatement, traffic control, concrete, flagging, you name it.
There's
mining.
there's a lot of hats in there
Yeah.
that you could be interested in, yeah.
It's hard for me to remember who because with the peloncito, we did this video on TikTok, and next thing you know, our office was packed with people trying to join the union.
Yeah.
So which was cool, but I didn't think that it was going to be.
You didn't think the whole army was going to show up. I remember telling you.
He's got 1.2 million
followers.
But
well.
Yes. So Peloncito's actually a TikTok creator. He also is part of 872. He's got
We're actually going to bring him to a podcast.
He does have a really cool story. So yeah, I guess he was in there and you didn't expect the turnout you got.
Oh,
So
dude.
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
I got a couple more shout outs here from the Facebook comments. We got Ray from a couple episodes chiming in. What's up, Ray? And then also Diego from Local 619 on the comments.
619.
Shout out to them.
Saludos, Ray, con la Cantinflora, siempre always carrying it on the side, man. So what's up to you,
Sí, de
brother?
la Cantinflora. Simón, aquí estuvo.
Yeah, he was part of the Union Raza podcast. So ya saben, Racita, if you guys do want to be part of the union, any union, not just Luna, do your research. And very important that you know what you want to do, so you're not hopping around.
Knock that door. The door will open.
Yeah, just go apply.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's websites. If you want to shut the websites for Luna and anything social media that they can follow, get more information.
Yeah, layuna.org or layuna.com. Our local one is laborslocal872.com.
Okay.
Ahí está. Carnal, before we wrap it up, I do want to give you the last word. I just want to give you a piece of my mind. I think you're a great leader. I think you're a great dad. You're a coach. You inspired me. You inspired the community on everything. When it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember you by?
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't get sentimental.
Habla al
No
micrófono.
llores, give me that. Don't cry, vato.
You know what? I just want to help people. You know what I mean? It's part of what we do. You know what I mean? Somebody gave me an opportunity to be where I'm at, and that's it. You know, I just want to pass it on.
So pass it back.
That's it. You know what I mean? Que digan, ese era tranquilo, era, you know, me ayudó, and that's it. You know, it's not about taking credit, to be honest.
Claro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're leaving your mark now. That's what it is. Chingón, carnal. Siempre, hermano, un placer, carnalito. Muchas gracias por ser parte del podcast.
Claro que sí,
we
claro
appreciate you. Y como decimos, we've known you for years, so this is nothing new, and you've always been super, super cool with us and our family. So, ya eres familia igual tu papá.
Oh, gracias.
Ya sabes.
I'm going to say this real quick. Marco, when we first got our union bug, he calls me up. He says, hey, he didn't even say it was his dad. He said, hey, I called somebody from the Carpenters. I told them about you guys and that there's a Latino shop that are unionized, and he's going to be calling you. I'm like, orale. And then I can't remember, you know, this is years back. This is back in 2016. So, you know, all of a sudden, Efren calls, and I don't know if he called me or I called him, and he says, I'm on my way to the shop, and that's when I met your dad. And I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for your dad because you guys opened a lot of doors, man. Right now, we're literally planning coast to coast. I mean, our jobs are going from California all the way to New York, up to Washington. We've even done Canada. I mean, it's amazing the doors that you guys helped us open, and I'm hella grateful for that, bro. I know my team is, my brother is, my son. Y la neta, nosotros we always we're grateful, and queremos que digan, hey, no me defraudaron. You know, it's hard to put people para recomendar, because a lot of the times no funciona.
Yeah.
So we still carry that. We still carry that gratefulness. We still carry that passion that you guys put us on the map, and we're still here, bro.
Yeah, and it's funny because I get that as how'd you guys start? You know, how'd you become union? How'd you guys start? And the first names is you guys and your dad, always.
Oh, right on.
This is how we started, and this is because of them why we're here. And it is because of you guys.
I remember when you called me about the contract. Hey, Marco, you want to take a look at your
Yeah.
This is it, Raza?
Where do I sign?
a 6x9 postcard.
You're unionized now. No, it was pretty cool. No, and like I said, I think you do your part. You know what I mean? I brought people from other labor's locals all over the country, and I just bring them to you and let them do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do your shit, and you guys are awesome. Yeah, I mean, I called you a few weeks ago about the 911 stickers.
Yeah.
And you guys came through within 2 days. You know what I mean? And that's what you guys do.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank
you, brother.
you.
Appreciate you guys for everything. Racita, nos vemos. Muchas gracias. ¿Cuál cámara? Esta cámara. Como dicen. Thank you guys for coming. We'll see you guys next week. No, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
No, we're going. It's going to be a couple more weeks. Who do we have next? Who's our next guest? Just so we know.
We have Evelyn from Yulan.
From Yulan. Shout out to Evelyn.
Yep.
Marco, thank you again for being part of this podcast, carnal. Aquí
Gracias.
está tu casa,
Gracias.
ya sabes.
No, ya
and
saben.
bendiciones, carnal.
Gracias. Saludos.
Te queremos, canalito.
Órale.
Muchas gracias.
Ahí están los
Later,
micros.
amigos de las uniones.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Hey, I'll see you guys later, Rob. Thank
Hasta
you, like
luego.
always,
Thank you,
brother.
Rob.
Thanks to the producer. Shout out. Last word, bro.
This podcast is sponsored by Artkore, a union strong company here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
A huevo. Peace. Vámonos.
Union Raza Podcast.